Renaissance, after that Reformation movement, the revolutions in America in 1776 and French Revolution of 1789. After that, the unification movements in Germany, led by Mazzini, Cavour, Garibaldi. Italy, led by Mazzini, Cavour, Garibaldi. And the unification movements in Germany, led by Bismarck. After that, the Eastern question, the imperialism in Asia, imperialism in Africa. Now, we will discuss about the First World War of page number 114. 114, First World War. Yes, right. What is that? The period after the First World War, after the unification from 1870 to 1914 is called Armed Peace Age. సాయుధ శాంతి యుగం అని అంటారు. బికాస్ ఆఫ్ బిస్మార్క్ put his full attention over the development of Germany from 1871 to 1890. After that, he put his attention over the industrialization, Germany, and it became popular. Germany also became one of the most powerful country. The unification movement. So, after the death of Bismarck, the problems started to the European world, and finally, it led to the First World War. That is also one cause. The most of the incidents took place in Europe after the dethrone of Bismarck by Kaiser William. So these are the causes. In that period, every country maintained the army. Particularly, the Germany also interested to start the war. So in that, the world divided into two groups. That is also we discussed yesterday. And what is that? The nationalistic feelings among the European countries also main cause for the First World War, and the establishment of their colonies in Asia and Africa. The enmity between the England and France. After that, England wanted to join with Germany in 1902, and England and Russia formed one alliance in 1907. Finally, so England and Russia became the friends. Russia, England. After that, French also joined. French was very strong enemy to the Germany country. So these three powerful countries of England, Russia, and France became the powerful countries. So the international anarchism also arises because of there is no world peaceful organization. This is also one cause. After that, when Napoleon Bonaparte was defeated by the Austria, Russia, Prussia, and England, these countries formed a concept of Europe, so that it prevented. After that, Vienna Congress also prevented the First World War from 1815 to 1914. So, uh, though the concept of Europe and Vienna Congress protected the world peace, the Hague Conference is also conducted by the Russian Emperor Nicholas II. These organizations were not fulfilled the aim and objectives of the world peace. So, and the nationalistic feeling also very dangerous to European countries. What about the nationalistic feeling? We have only increased nationalistic feeling in our minds, but not against the other country. So this is also one cause. The psychosis of Germany. Germany always wanted to fight against the French. This is also one main cause for the psychosis, war psychosis of Germany. Germany, after that, before the unification, the main aim and objective of the Bismarck was blood and iron policy, and the German and Prussia industry was the war industry. So they developed the war weapons, and they also increased the strong nationalistic feeling. We are the best race in the world, and they declare that we are the best race in the world. No, we have belonged to Aryan race. So we have Nordic race. So our race is the best race, and they also dominated on the other European countries after England. England was a very powerful country in the matter of the seas, in the matter of the colonies. After that, Germany became second powerful country in Europe. So this is also one cause for the war. What about the rehearsals of the First World War? What about the Morocco problems and Balkan countries problem? In Balkan countries, Russia supported the Balkan countries of Serbia, Montenegro, countries in that purpose. Russia and Balkan countries were the same races. So that is also one cause, the sudden cause of Austria Princess Francis Ferdinand was assassinated by the Serbian Black Hand Secret Association. The person name was Garillo Princip, killed him. So after that, they gave ultimatum to the Allied force, to the England, French, and Russian country. This is also one cause, main cause for the First World War. After the First World War, the Treaty of Versailles was the most important. It was held at the Mirrors building of Mirrors building at Versailles, which was built by 14th Louis of French Emperor. The meeting conducted with a very pompous way. In this meeting, the most important persons, the victorious countries like England Prime Minister Lloyd George, the French Prime Minister Clemenceau, the American President Woodrow Wilson, the Japan, Yugoslavia, Australia, Canada representatives summoned on 18th January to 28th January and 1919 వరకు they conducted the meeting. They conducted the meeting. The terms and conditions, the terms and conditions of Versailles Treaty divided into 15 parts and 439 articles. The most important thing was the till infamy of the Germany. They wanted to reduce the power and prestige of the Germany. They wanted to decrease the influence of Germany in Europe continent. It was a very bad incident. The Versailles Treaty was very bad incident, and it was injustice, and it was humiliation to the Germany, and it was self. Uh, but there was no respect on the Germany. Nobody interested to express their sympathy. Nobody was interested to their respect on the Germany, and They wanted to revenge against her. The Germany representatives uh, mm, were blackmailed with the guns. So finally, they came to conclude to join with the Treaty of Versailles. Uh, Orlando, Lloyd George, Clemenceau, Orlando, who was England prime, Lloyd George was England Prime Minister. Orlando belonged to Italy, and Clemenceau was, was the creative person of French. So in that situation, they wanted to reduce the power and prestige of the in the First World War. Vijay, the Victorious Club, blamed the Germany. Germany was the main cause for the First World War, and they blamed her. And the France occupied the French country occupied the Alsace-Lorraine, Alsace-Lorraine from Germany. Eupen, Malmedy, and Marsnet under the control of Belgium. Danzig became a Danzig became a independent country. So Danzig became a independent country. Most of the German colonies, most of the German colonies distributed among the victorious club. Yeah, Germany army, Germany. What about and they wanted to they wanted to the airports, sorry, the airports and the navy and the military reduced. The power and prestige also reduced. The Lorraine and the areas under the okay, right. What about that? Uh, uh, the victorious club, the victorious nations like Russia, France, England wanted to heavy impose on the Germany because of Germany was the main responsible person. They claimed that in that terms and condition, Germany, Germany's territories of Alsace and Lorraine occupied French. After that, Eufen, Malmedy, Marsnet. These are also parts of Germany which were under the control of Belgium. And later, the Danzig seaport became very liberal area. And after that, the Germany colonies, the Germany colonies also distributed among the countries, distributed among victorious countries, among the victorious countries. So this is also And so finally, the European Germany became very weak, not only in the field of uh, uh, army, not only field of air force, and not only field of the uh, air force military. So finally, it led to the they wanted to revenge on that, and Germany felt that it was a it was a humiliated, so they felt that it was humiliated. Uh, so what is their plan? Their plan was what is their plan? What about their plan? So the document made with 235 pages on Versailles Treaty terms. The most important aim was to revenge against the Germans. In the treaty, the German felt that it was humiliated, and they restricted the most important is this. And this is also completed now. We are about the Russian Revolution. Now, Russian Revolution. What about the Russian Revolution? This is also most important. Russian Revolution, also known as Bolshevik Revolution and October Revolution of 1917, page number 137, page number 137. So now, the Russian Revolution started in two stages. The first to March. Uh, After that, the Tsar government was demolished under the leadership of Kerensky. Kerensky founded the temporary liberal government. The second was October Revolution. In the October Revolution, the Kerensky government was dethroned by the Lenin, and he founded the new empire. The March Revolution started in 8th March 1917. During that period, the laborers, the women laborers, the mill workers started their hunger strike, started their hunger to for the food, for their food at Petrograd. The sudden causes of uh, uh, what about that? Russia also joined, Second World War. Russia also joined, Second World War. It was joined in First World War, and they entered into First World War on behalf of England, French, but it was defeated. But it was defeated by the alliances. But it was defeated by Germany. This is also one main cause for that the Serbia. So it supported, Russia supported the Balkans of Serbia against Austria. Okay. With that thing, the new enthusiastic developed among the people in the basic, except the basic socialists, the opposition groups put their opinion, or besides that in the war management, during the period of war management, the Duma and the Tsar collapsed. The relation between Russia Parliament, Duma, and Russian Emperor Nicholas II, the day by day, the relations were destroyed. And because of there is no good methods in the war field, he was very weak. Nicholas was very weak. He was not perfect in the war field. There is no war weapons. They did not use any type of uh, armory. Uh, so, in that situation, in 1917, Tsar Nicholas II participated in the First World War against Germany. He himself participated in that situation. He was defeated in the hands of he was defeated in the hands of Germany, and in that situation, the treaty concluded between Russia and Germany was called Brest-Litovsk Treaty. According to Brest-Litovsk, Russia withdrawn from the First World War. Most of the Russian peoples died in this war, and their economic conditions also critical. There is no sufficient food to the army, and there is no sufficient armory. In that situation, it was defeated. The February Revolution, during the war period, the food grains were scarcity of the food grains. The Russian women also started the hunger tool. The violence also took place. In that situation, on 8th March 1917, at St. Petersburg, the mill laborers of women, uh, great demonstration in the place of St. Petersburg. They gave the war should be stopped by them, and the dictatorship should end. So the army also participated in this war. After that, Duma, they wanted to abolish the Duma. So they started that walking from Moscow to Petrograd. So in that situation, uh, in this critical, on 11th March, Tsar Nicholas II abolished the Duma, but some peoples opposed the abolition of the Duma on 12th March 1917. George Lal Prince became the leader of the interim government or temporary government. George Love. George Love became the new ruler to the Russia on 11th March 1917, 12th March 1917. In this critical condition, second Nicholas uh, left the Russian throne on 15th March 1917. After that, second Nicholas and his family caught and put into prison on 6th July 1918. He was shot dead. Jar with this incident, the Tsar's Romanov dynasty rule ended in Russia. The March Revolution became suppressed the Tsar's dictatorship, the temporary and the interim government by George Love and Kerensky. The revolution held at March. The temporary government headed by the George Love, it was filled up. It became very strong with the Mensheviks and middle class bourgeois, and it declared the republic to Russia. There is no elections to Duma. After that, the liberal landlord George Love formed under the presidency of George Love, who was a liberal landlord. The executive council formed. So this is one type of middle class middle class bourgeois government. The middle class bourgeois government formed with George Love. George Love became the new president on 18th on 12th March 1917, and he also made the government with extremist socialists of Mensheviks and the bourgeois middle class people. And it was formed the executive council under George Love leadership. It was one type of dictatorship of bourgeois. The new government became unified and it gave the freedom of press, the freedom of religion. Thousands of prisoners were released from the prison, uh, and at Finland, the constitutional government formed. In Poland became unified and self-rule introduced, and they gave adult franchise to the people for the election of the constant national constitution. So these are new things by the Bolshevik government. After that, the Bolshevik Germany prepared. So They gave the right to vote and they gave the shelter to the political prisoners in that situation. In everywhere, the people became very happy and they declared their support to the Bolshevik, Menshevik government on July 28th, 1917. George Love resigned to his post. After that, Alexander Kerensky became the new head to the Russian government on 13th July. Now, October Revolution. The October Revolution. There is no strong and strength leadership in Russia. The Bolsheviks' power, the chance to when the weak government in Russia in that situation, the chance was given to the another group. Most of the Bolsheviks under the leadership of Lenin, they wanted to establish Soviets in whole Russia. Bombs and they are ready to fight thousands of people, hundreds of youth ready to fight against them with the bombs and machine guns. In that situation, Leon, Joseph Stalin, Trotsky, anyway, on November 6th, the Bolshevik army attacked on postal, telephone, railway stations, banks, ports. So, with the help of Trotsky, Kerensky interim government was removed by Lenin with the help of Trotsky. So finally, the Kerensky government declined. So these are the main things for the Russian Revolution. After that, the world between two world wars. What about the world between two world wars? And now the most important lesson and topic is the United Nations Organization, Aikaraj Samiti. It was formed with different treaties, charters like Atlantic Charter, Dumbarton Oaks, Yalta Conference, San Francisco Conference. So it was not only fulfilled the UNO, United Nations Organization, not only fulfilled the political matters, but also social, religious, cultural, economic, and diplomatic. The main causes, the factors for the origin of the UNO was Atlantic Charter. It was the most important thing. The Atlantic Charter played a main role in the form of Atlantic UNO. The British Prime Minister uh, Churchill, Winston Churchill, the American President Franklin D. Roosevelt at North Atlantic, the Sea of North Atlantic in one ship, one warship. They discussed about the future world and they wanted to establish peace in the world. For that purpose, they proposed 8 principles. Winston Churchill of England and Franklin D. Roosevelt of America at North Atlantic Sea on the ship. They declared 8 points. What is that 8 points? సంబంధిత ప్రజలు. There is no change of the borders and the peoples have in any country the peoples have right to form any type of government. This is also one topic, and they have right to self rule, and after that they have right to reform their economic conditions, and they wanted to destroy and they gave importance to raw material for equal distribution and encourage the trade and commerce among the countries, social security, economic progress, increase of the labor uh, lifespan. For this purpose, every country, every person has living with uh, any without fear and favor. So this is the Atlantic Charter. The Atlantic Charter prepared 8 principles for the countries, those who want peace, and they wanted to destroy the Germany Nazism. Every nation has travel on the sea without any restrictions. So they also declared that free trade area. So there is no using of suppression, but that is dependent on the military strength. This is also one bad thing. After that, the Dumbarton Oaks, the Dumbarton Oaks conference also held. It was the most important event in the formation of UNO. Uh, it was held in 1944, the capital of America, Washington. In this session, Great Britain, Russia, and America attended, and they agreed, they signed on the Atlantic Charter draft, Atlantic Charter draft. Churchill, Roosevelt, Stalin, they summoned it. The conference held Alta, those who were defeated in the war, those who were defeated in the Second World War, they wanted to occupy Germany and how they wanted to control. So those who were liberated the Germany Nazism, the law and order. So America, the origin and aim and objective of the United Nations organization. The United Nations organization was founded on 24th October 1945 according to the Atlantic Charter preamble. The preamble expresses the aim and objectives of the UNO. Okay, Second World War. With the result of Second World War, it was formed, and it recognized the fundamental human rights. So it gave liberty to the crores of people, those who were exploited by other countries. It gave liberty. It gave emancipation without the discrimination of small and big. Most of the countries got sovereignty. It is help to the world security. So, in the women face social, economic, and cultural problems solved by the. It is not only for the political organization but also social, economic, religious, and cultural organization. It fulfilled the all liberal measures. It is worked on the basis of the international law, and it is for the. It became a world organization. They opposed the activities of violence method, and they fought collectively against those who were the enemies. There is no gender, there is no races, there is no uh, language and religious discrimination, and they protected the fundamental rights and liberty. The main organs of the UNO were the General Assembly, which was most important. Those who have the members countries have single vote. Sir, namaste. Sir, class. Most of the countries like Security Council, Economic and Social Council, Trusteeship Council, International Court of Justice, and the Secretariat. These are the most important organizations. The General Assembly was the first organization. Though they were the numbers in 193, they have only one right. But they sent the three representatives to the General Assembly. In every month, the sessions of September, in September month, the general sessions held starts from September and ended in December. The General Assembly had conducted special sessions also when the law and order declined in the world, when the emergency condition with the security. They so this is one thing. It have a Secretary General reports. Security Council. Now we are discussing about the Security Council. It was the second organ of the UNO. It was the executive body. In this Security Council, it had five permanent members and 10 temporary members. ABCFR, America, Britain, China, French, and Russia were the permanent members. The temporary members elected on the basis of the temporary members elected basis on the what is base. Uh, their base was uh, alphabet. Every country had one vote in the Security Council. They decided the policies. They have right to veto. They have the permanent members have the right to veto చెల్లదు అనేటువంటి అధికారం వీళ్ళు among the five countries, if any country is not interested to one opinion, it was not valid. So this is veto power. So the permanent members had the veto powers. They have right to continue the process or stop the process. Economic and Social Council. So it the other organizations like ILO, WHO, IBRD, IMF activities coordinate with the coordinate Economic and Social Council. It played an important role for the problems of social and economic disputes. The social and economic disputes solved by the Economic and Social Council. Were 27. 3 years term for the member countries. Every country has single vote. The Security Council summoned for 2 times for annum. The so this is one organization. The World Health Organization under the leadership of Economic and Social Council, number of sub organs worked. Among that, the World Health Organization, it was formed on 7th April 1948. It was a general and executive and council. It is for the improvement of the world health conditions and protected the world health. After that, the ILO, International Labour Organization, it helped to socio-economic unity to the laborers for International Labour Organization. Those who were worked in the ILO, particularly the women, the small children's welfare, welfare matters. They are thinking about the welfare matters of laborers, of women and children, about their health condition to improve their status and about the working hours, wage. For this purpose, the ILO was founded in 1919. Its headquarters located at Geneva in Switzerland. It was once during the period of League of Nations, it was associate organization of League of Nations. Uh, it is for the development and welfare of the laborers and to give the sufficient is that wages. So this is one section. After that, the food. and Agriculture Organization. It was founded on 16th October 1945 at Rome, the capital of Italy. Most of the countries participated in this, were the members in this FAO. The executive council were made with the 49 members. They were elected by the General Assembly. So this is it is the summers meetings held for every 2 years. It improve the standard of food, nutrition food, and life standards, and observing the production of food